Hi guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. My name is Angela for those who are tuning in for the first time, and yeah, for those that are returning subscribers, I really thank you for your patience. I know that I've been absent from this platform for such a long time. I think the last time that I uploaded was in April, and now we are in August, like that is 4 months later. But I just want to really apologize for that, and of course it was not something that I wished would happen, but yeah, you know, life just happens. And before we even go on, of course, don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't, and also just remember to give this video a like. Drop your comments down below of whatever question or whatever comment you may have, and I just would like to reconnect with you guys, and I'm sure that from this point on now I can pick it up and move on. I came to Germany in January, so we are already in August. That is like crazy. 8 months of God's faithfulness, and I cannot just thank God enough. Reason number one why I stopped vlogging is just because I needed to take that break. I was going through a transition in my life, and I wanted to just focus on one thing and to regroup. And honestly, where my mind was or my head was at that time, I couldn't pick up the camera and vlog. And then secondly, even when I now tried to start making some videos here and there, my editing software had expired again in April, and there was just so much financial obligations that I just felt I found it hard to channel the finances that I needed to maybe do something here and there towards maybe renewing my license. So yeah, that's again another reason why I stopped vlogging. But now that I've been able to streamline things, to get my mind together, to get myself, you know, my head in the right place, then today I'm finally going to like renew my editing software. The other challenge has been I'm not able to use mobile banking with my local bank account right now, because I have an iPhone 6 that the iOS is outdated, and for me to be able to have like the mobile banking software on my phone, I need like a phone that has an iOS of I think 13 and above. So I'm just, I told you, in the space that I am right now, I'm just getting a new phone is not my priority, considering that the other one is working just fine, except of course from the challenges or the restrictions here and there. So I'm going to go all the way to Berlin wedding. And yeah, before I continue wrapping, I am living in close to Berlin right now. I live close to Berlin. I live in a place called Falkensee, but I work in Berlin. So I spend like 45 minutes to 1 hour to get to work every day. And yeah, today being my off day, I don't like have a regular off day on a particular day. It just falls on whichever day. And I'm going to tell you about what I'm doing maybe in another video. But yeah, I'm working in Berlin. I'm staying in Falkensee, which is in Brandenburg, so not very far from Berlin. And of course I moved here and been working for some time now. I first started by volunteering with an organization, and then a chance opened up for me to get a job in the hospitality industry, which is my industry, which is what I've actually studied, and I jumped in. So yeah, I'm gonna go to Berlin wedding, and actually why I'm even going there is to get some money on my M-Pesa, so that I can transfer the money to my Kenyan bank account, because with my Kenyan bank account then I can use, what is this called, then I can use mobile banking, I can use PayPal, I can use all that stuff. Once I feel like I'm properly settled and in a good place financially, then I will be able to, of course, get a new phone, and then be able to do mobile banking from my account to the other account, which will be a little bit easier. So yeah, just like a bit of what is going on in my life here. That is it. Otherwise, I've been doing really fine. Of course, settling in a new country is not easy. It is not easy. Before like you get your feet on the ground, it really takes time, it really takes determination. But I'm just glad that God has gotten me out of like the miry clay. Where I am right now is just, I cannot even believe it myself. Sometimes I'm looking at myself, I'm like, am I the one working in Europe? Am I the one doing a white collar job in Europe? Sometimes I cannot, my mind cannot comprehend it. And just to mention something, is that so many people come here from their countries with their degrees, even with work experience, and then they come here and find that all that is totally irrelevant, and they have to start from scratch, either like go to back to school, to the university, or do an Ausbildung, which is like an apprenticeship for them to be able to even qualify to get a job. So for me to have come here with my university degree in hotel and hospitality management, and with my 7 years of experience in the hospitality industry, and to have that to count for me to get a job without even having to do an akenum for my like certificates. I did not have to do an akenum. Nah, they were accepted the way they were. And just going through an interview and be able to prove what I can do. And of course, what has been really helpful, of course, by the grace of God, is that I came here to study the language, and I put all my efforts into studying the German language, and that has opened like so many doors for me. Honestly, it has opened so many doors for me, because now, of course, where I'm working, it's at the reception, which means you're really dealing with guests directly every day, communicating with them via email, via phone, via like the booking platforms like booking.com and Expedia and whatever. And face to face, we do a lot of check-ins, because I work in a very busy establishment where there is actually not even space to breathe. We have sometimes more than 40 people checking in a day, or more than 40 people checking out the same day, people checking out and people checking in. So it's a very busy establishment, and you have to talk, and I have to talk. And this has been really helpful for me, of course, to improve my language, to to practice, and to put my German language to use. Of course, I was studying it, but I was not really getting the chance to practice. But now I'm really put in a spot where I have to speak it. Sometimes it's not that perfect, but I get myself understood, and every day I learn from my colleagues, because in a shift you are always like 2 people. So sometimes you see what the other one is doing, or you see how she's answering to some questions or explaining things, and then you just pick it up. And most of the time when I get to hear like a new word or a new phrase, then I just write it down. I also use Google Translate a lot to maybe translate some words and some things, and just write them down and try to memorize them, so that the next time I need to attend to a guest and maybe tell them what time breakfast is or whatever, then I already have the phrase. And then once I use the phrase maybe twice or thrice, then it sticks, it becomes a part of me. But yeah, that is what I'm doing right now. I also have to speak Spanish. Because on my CV, of course, I indicated that I speak German, English, French, and Spanish. And then when I was still new, I noticed that people would ask me, oh, do you speak Spanish? And I was like, why would you just assume that I speak Spanish? And I did not notice that on my badge, the badge that I wear for work, it has, all those flags. It has the British flag, the German flag, the French flag, the Spanish flag. And guests who are well traveled, when they see that, then they know that you can speak all those languages that are represented on your badge. So people come to me, oh, can you speak Spanish? Can you speak French? And like, blah. Yeah. And to be honest, I can speak French. And when I don't practice it for some time, it gets mixed up. It is so funny. I'm speaking French, and I find myself throwing in some German words here and there, and it's just really funny. And at the end of the day, again, I get understood. But what I've decided, or what I've started doing, is like not just focusing on improving my German, because yes, as much as the German language is important for me to learn, which I try to learn on Duolingo every day, doing some exercises on Duolingo every day. That is just the only way that I'm doing at the moment, learning, and also just like translating text, or just getting to understand some emails and some text. And if I get like there is a word that I don't understand, then I look it up in the dictionary and try to just internalize it. So yeah, I do Duolingo for majorly German, but I now have started to incorporate also doing some 1 or 2 exercises in French, and also doing some exercises in Spanish. And then what I was doing last night was actually I was watching telenovelas in Spanish, so that again I start, because I can speak Spanish, but when you don't practice a language for some time, you start to lose it. When you hear you can understand it, but speaking it becomes a problem. There is that part of the brain that just needs you to speak in order for you to be able to perfect the language. So basically, that is what has been going on in my life. That is why I have been MIA. But yeah, I'm doing well. And I really, 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 especially for the fact that I can work. Oh, I thank God for that opportunity. And I'm so grateful. And the other thing that I'm just hoping is to have my daughter here. That is the next best thing for me, to have my daughter here with me, because trust me, it is so much more expensive to maintain her in Kenya than here, because there is always money that you need to pay for upkeep, there is always money that you need to pay for school fees, and then there is money you need to pay for transport, and then there is this, and then there's just always money, to the point that I find that I don't live so much for myself. I don't think about myself. I just prioritize what my child needs and I provide. But I know that my presence in her life is also more important. So really I leave that to God, because I know that it is something that God will make it come to pass, as long as I'm here making the way for her, preparing the way, making things smooth, so that by the time she can come here, then she has a comfortable home, and I am financially, of course, stable, and I've established, some good relations, people that she can like even kids that she can now interact with and all that. And I'm just so grateful. I have some wonderful, I don't want to say I have some wonderful friends. I have some few wonderful friends here in Germany. Here in Berlin, I have one wonderful friend. She's a mother. She has kids, some of them who are my daughter's age, which is really exciting. And it has just become like my second home. Sometimes I got there, I spend the weekend there. The kids love me. I love those kids, and they're Kenyans. And yeah, it's those are the things that I just count for a blessing. And the other thing that I need to mention is that I work with really wonderful colleagues, really wonderful. And it's amazing to see like how different cultures, people, like how things happen in different cultures. And we just have like at work, we have a very open culture. I see my colleagues even at the reception wearing shorts or really tight mini dresses, and I'm like, never in Kenya, never. But I see that and I'm like, But the Kenyan in me cannot bring myself to dress like that, because of there are just some things that you cannot unlearn. They're just part of you. You cannot depart from them, because your culture is just the way it is. So for me, I have to just wear my trouser properly and my shirt properly. We wear black up and down, so you can put on whatever black, put sleeveless black, whatever. But for me, I still wear my long sleeve black shirt that when I started working, my boyfriend bought for me. And my trouser, it's like sort of jeans trouser, and it's black. And I also was wearing, those doll shoes that we like to wear in Kenya. But I have come to at least bring it down a notch, and now I can wear my sneakers. Or they're sort of gray, but I can wear my sneakers to work. I've stopped wearing the doll shoes. I've just started relaxing my cultural beliefs a little bit. So yeah, that's what. yeah, I'm really doing well, and I hope that you guys are also doing well. And I did upload some videos some weeks ago, and I'm hoping that I can now start. I did not upload, actually. I just made some videos. I tried to edit one, and I'm hoping that from this point on I can pick up and start like bringing you guys some good content, motivating you guys, and just knowing that the sky is the limit and there is nothing that you cannot achieve if you put your mind to it. And yeah, before I wrap up, I just want to say thank you so much for your concern. I got so many people concerned reaching out to me on, like, especially Instagram, like, are you okay? We have not been seeing any of your content on YouTube. Is everything okay? You suddenly went quiet. There's a time I put down all my videos. I was just going through some things. I was just going through some things in my life at that time. I was going through a phase in my life that got me a little bit scared and all that, but it did not last for long. Actually, God saw me through. But I just want to stop here and say thank you so much for your concern. Thank you for your messages. Thank you for reaching out and showing that we are really a family. And it's so funny that people even wanted to go and contact the embassy, the Kenyan embassy in Germany, and say that one vlogger has gone missing. Suddenly it's never that serious. And I had to come out on Instagram and say, hey guys, relax, I'm okay, I'm just chilling a little bit, I'm just going underground a little bit, but I will resurface. And voila, here I am, full of energy and ready to take up this remaining part of the year and just bringing you some amazing content. So until next time, stay safe and chew.